Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Hey guys, Holly1 right here right now, and today we're going to be reacting to my first ever Victory Royale. It's going to be quite embarrassing, but hopefully funny at the same time. We're going to be commenting over it as I didn't actually comment it last time. I'm going to be reacting to it as well. So I hope you enjoy, and see you guys later. Holly1's first running footsteps in the game, and he's already got 1 kill to his name. I mean, that is probably one of my highest kills so far in this Fortnite Battle Royale. And I thought that bush camping was a severe skill and a severe, absolute, brilliant tactic to get the Victory Royale. As he moves across towards Anarchy Acres, he can see another wild bush. So he decides to miss out and go at the edge of the map so he can't be seen, checking his every footsteps, not even looking behind, as he's a complete and utter weirdo, should I say actually. But then he decides to combine with the wildlife, touching every tree in sight, so he can interact with it and be exactly in its natural habitat. As he moves across towards Anarchy Acres, do I say, or shall I say, not even close towards Anarchy Acres, trying to reduce as much action as he could possibly get to try and get that Victory Royale. As he moves across the wilderness beside him, he decides to hide in a bush until the storm collides. But this may not even succeed him, as this may not work, but he thinks that this will work because the wilderness is among him and is with him. So about a couple of minutes later, he decides that he may make his first move, but when will it happen? We don't know. But Holly1 is turning, looking for anyone who is trying to sneak up on him and trying to check all bushes around him. But as you know, the wilderness is alive and among him, so he knows what he is doing. So Holly1, waiting for the storm to come in, to wait for the next circle where it is. He will find out soon. As you can see, he's got very little resources. He should be mining them down, but he shouldn't do, so he's on the move again towards the next circle into Anarchy Acres, watching every single move, not even looking behind him, as he could get plugged in the head at any time. But no, he keeps moving on towards the Man Mountain himself, or place, point of interest, whatever you want to call it, Anarchy Acres. As you can see, he doesn't even want to go towards players, sprint towards players, just crouch and get that stealth move going. This is one of the embarrassing moments of the game. He sees a piece of hay, he goes towards it, and suddenly, the most exciting part, he jumps over a fence. That is quality gameplay by Holly1. He is absolutely mesmerised about it. And as you can see again, he hides around one of the weakest substances in the game, a stack of hay. I mean, what a great idea that is from Holly1, but what can he do? He stays there for a couple of minutes and decides to make some drastic movements and drastic measurements by putting one of the dangerous weapons in the game, and a weapon that cannot be stopped, and is one of the can be heard from about a mile away, the dangerous dynamo trap. I mean, the wall dynamo does not stand a chance against other players, as it can be heard from a country mile away. But then suddenly he decides to make some more drastic actions by trying to build a wall. Does this work? We'll have to find out. Here he goes now, just trying to build a wall so he can get this little ammo crate, which is to his left. As the storm comes in, he decides to make his drastic movement. But will it work? We don't know. But this is absolutely fantastic plays by Holes 1, as he does not idea what he's going to do, but this has to work. He decides to build the wall and gets his little ammo crate without being seen. That is some great movement and some great ammo. Some more ammo for the shotgun and some mini ammo that he's no idea what he's going to use that for. So then he decides to stay there for a bit longer, and before he then hears a first movements in Anarchy Acres. He hears him, just in case he pulls out this shotgun. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He thinks he's going to get munched. So he decides to think that he's going to plug him from the top. Just in case, he looks at the top of the shed mobile, whatever it's called, and decides to aim at it. I mean, this is fantastic play by Holes 1. He won't be stopped. He won't be copped. It's Holes 1. I mean, fantastic. So then he also makes another drastic movement and decides to build a stair. Will this work? I will have absolutely no idea, but you never know. It could work. There goes Holes 1 with the building technique. Builds the wood, and he's on it. Great movement by Holes 1. However, he's also sort of cocked it up a bit. As he has moved, he can't get through the gap as he is too big. So he decides to destroy it with his metal pickaxe, which actually has been succeeded, but could bring attention to other people. He's then cheering away as he has got 7 places, best spots so far in this Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay. Some sniper shots going down. He has no clue what the hell that gun is, as he has never played this game before. So he decides to move on. Moving on so by jumping over this amazing wooden plank of wood. Wow, that was amazing there by Holes 1. So he decides to move to this tractor, thinking he is going to be unseen and no one is going to see him. As he moves this on, he moves to this wild wooden trolley mobile, thinking he is blending in with the wilderness and the mobilityness of this tractor. Still moving on, he decides to move on to a car. I mean, I don't know why I haven't decided to build yet, but he's a bit of a boom. In fact, he decides to move on to the middle of Anarchy Acres, where the centre of attention is going to be. As he moves on, no one can see him, as the wilderness is among him, and the wilderness will be among him forever. He decides to move for another drastic action and move another piece of hay towards him. But about a few moments later, the storm is about to move in. Is he going to be in the next circle? We don't know. About 30 seconds, we will find out. This is absolutely fantastic plays by Holes 1, but you never know. He could get munched at any time. Suddenly, some things start to go down. He's armed an ammo crate. There's now 4 people left. He's got an absolute quality amount of 1 kill to his name. But you never know what could happen. He could be munched at any time. He could be killed at any time. But what does he do next? He hears footsteps. And look at that. He's sort of aiming, ready to aim. He sees him. But suddenly, he goes for the headshot. He gets shot. And the piece of hay has saved him. I have no idea how that hay saved him, but he hasn't been touched by a single bullet. So he decides to move slowly, cautiously, and gets the shotgun. And he's still got a shield in front, just in case he gets shot down, as he can drink it. Anyway, he starts to move on. Another piece of hay, or the weakest substance in the game, and he keeps moving. Moving towards some grenades as he hears them peeking behind this piece of hay. No clue the opponents know where they are, so he decides to make some drastic actions by staying where he is. I mean, absolutely fantastic play by Holes 1. He cannot be stopped. I mean, no one can sneak behind him or shoot at him, as there's only 3 people left, and he knows where one person is. So he decides to stay put. As Holes 1, but then he decides to move drastically through the barn. But what is he going to do next? He still stays put, breaking down the barn, and as he moves through, makes absolutely no sound what at all, as he still crouches, not even putting down a static piece of wood. But then he sees this humongous base. What is he going to do? Stay put, not even trying to push it. But then he sees people fighting, and there's a bit of a rip going on for that guy. And Holes 1 knows. But does he engage? No, he goes back, thinking, what is he going to do? His mind's going mental. He's top 2. I mean, that is fantastic plays by Holes 1. He has got no chance, but he still stays with the wilderness. The trees are with him. The force is with him. The Fortnite gods are with him. So then he decides to look and aim to see where he is, and he hides behind the majestic tree. This is absolutely fantastic plays by Holes 1, but what can he do next? He's looking around, seeing how he is, so he still just decides not to go in the base, not to push in the base, to hide behind this majestic. He sees him. The majestic tree has been posted. He's got 65. What a shot! Holes 1 gets his first victory royale. But absolutely fantastic plays there by Holes 1. The majestic tree actually saved his life. Absolutely fantastic plays by Holes 1. That guy had absolutely no chance. Holes 1, victory royale, brilliant. Unbelievable. Absolutely majestic plays there by Holes 1. Brilliant.